Clown, and today we're going to see 15 things you should know as a beginner in NarakaBladepoint. So let's just go straight into it. Okay, so first thing we're going to go through is your inventory. Let's see how it should look. This amounts for your HP, for defense, grapples, repair kits. Next thing we're going to go to is souljades. Melee, range weapon, you should go for them if you find them. Special ones, mortal defense, skyforce, alchemy, focus light, advanced heal, group heal, and phantom step. For these ones, you usually go for melee, range defense, and maybe one or two for attack, if you don't have any of the others. But if you have any of the others, go for them. Third thing we're going to go through is your movement. You have your basic sprint. After that you have crunch and jump. And as you get it better, you're going to do it faster. Next thing you have is for longsword, it works. RMB or horizontal attack and you dodge. If you have a dagger, you're going to do the same thing, but it's horizontal dodge, vertical dodge, horizontal dodge. And you can combine it with the crunch jump. For GS, it's sort of the same thing. You're in crunch jump, horizontal attack, crunch jump, horizontal attack. Anyway, as you get better, you're almost not going to be in the air. You're going to do this slightly. Next thing, for every attack, you're going in a focus and you're dodging. As you get the first like blue, you just dodge and you can combine with the crunch. Next thing is skill rush. Each time you jump a wall, you can do horizontal attack and you're going to do skill rush. Next thing, on the tree, horizontal attack, jump, and you're going to repeat that. If you're on a edge of the tree or whatever, you can just go for horizontal attack. But if you're like trying to climb the tree, you need to do a focus horizontal attack, to do a scale rush, and blue. And the last thing, when you grab somebody, at the end you do horizontal attack and you move a little bit more. Or if you grab anything, regardless, at the end you're just going to do a horizontal attack and you're going to extend your movement like that. Next thing we're going to go through is the dodging. You have two types of dodging. Usually people call it top dodge or hell dodge, depending on your settings, but one is short dodge and the other one is long dodge. Long dodge is good if you want to sort of avoid ultimates or some skills. And when you're doing the long one, which is this one, every second after that you play reset, you're going to do the roll that can actually save you from ultimates, etc. And the other one, that's a lot of people call it hell dodge, depending on your settings, is the short one that's usually used to dodge from some focus attacks or to dodge from them and do a parry, etc. Or just to start your combo. This is a normal dodge and this is a top dodge. So you saw I was over here, on the second one also here. That usually if you're in sprint, like you can like see it easier. Because if you're not, like let's just stop for a second so we can you move way more. So, depending on your settings, you're going to tap or you're going to hold it. You can like dodge less. Or to start your combos. So we know how to dodge, we know a little bit about the moving. What's next? Well, how to cancel your attacks. First of all, you have horizontal and vertical attacks. Each third hit is going to be a focus attack on every weapon but the GS. GS, every second attack is horizontal. How do you stop that? Well, after your second hit, you can jump, you can crunch, and do another like horizontal or vertical attack, it doesn't matter. Or if you're doing a focus attack, you're just going to crunch, you can do an uppercut after that. Or you're just going to do jump, LMB. Or the other thing, that's for the combo that you're going to see at the end. As you're doing this, like, you're just going to dodge out of it and do a normal hit instead of releasing. You're going to see it at the end. But this is how you cancel your attacks: dodging, crunching, jumping. Now, next thing, as we already know how to cancel attacks, what can we do next? Well, parry. For parrying, you're going to have a quick button for parrying, or you're going to combine the horizontal and vertical attack, and you're also going to parry. How do you parry? The same way we cancel our attacks. When you try to do the focus, you can always click the button and you parry. Or regardless, if you're waiting, you can jump, you can crunch, you can dodge. Either way, works depending on your enemy, who you're fighting, etc. You're going to use them. What weapon you should learn first? In my opinion, it's the longsword, because your focus attacks are with long range. You're usually going to go for the vertical attack, which was the second one. But it's the easiest weapon in my opinion to learn. It's easy to get the combos good with it. If you're like an uppercut, it's pretty simple. A lot of people say GS, but with GS as a new player, you're probably going to get a lot of parries, because you won't be able to cancel your focus attacks. You're always going to forget, oh, my second hit is focus attack, I can get parried. But yeah, longsword is the best thing you can go for. And for the range weapons, you should go for bow or musket. When should you loot or use your skills? Well, depending on the heroes you're going for, like, let's say, you can extend your uppercut combo or just have a free focus attack on a lot of the heroes, but mainly, Amatar is going to get changed, so you're going to sort of be able to do it with her as well. For current skills, you won't be, but I'll make sure to cover up that later. But either way, you can do it with Viper, Temok, Yoto, Vauda, Yoshen, Wuchen, Takeda with your F skill, if you have it. And let's say you put somebody in uppercut, you can hit them once, you can use your F skill, you can do a focus attack or just extend another uppercut. I personally prefer to extend to another uppercut. And when should you use your ultimate? Well, that's a good question. Depending on the heroes, you can combine them, but usually you're going to use it to escape from somebody. Let's say with this hero, you can go outside, recover, go inside again. Or you can put them into the storm, they're going to like explode, and you're going to have like 1 or 2 hits that are going to be free, or just do an uppercut, either way. Or just finish the enemy if they are very low, depending on your hero. I have one video that I'm going to link down. It's sort of for the majority of combos you can do, that the patch should not be affecting, that comes in a couple of days, but either way. This is when you should use your skills, or your ultimates, to survive, to cancel the attack, or let's say if you get parried with Temoch, well, if you use a skill that can be used when you're under attack, you're just gonna press it, and you won't get hit. So, basically, you're skipping taking damage. Of course, if your skill isn't on cooldown. What talents you should use? Well, these are the talents you should use. Everything's for energy. Over here on the top you have one for grappling distance, and if you're running his cooldown build over here, you have one for grappling distance. If you're not running cooldown build, you're going for grappling distance. When you should run cooldown build? Well, it's when you use F2 on Viper, F1 or Temok, if you're using Pantari, if you're using Kyoto, F1, if you're using Vauda, F1, or your skill, the first one, because for the control players it's different key bindings, etc. If you're using Takeda and you're using the second skill, this is when you want to use cooldown build. For everyone else, go for the grappling distance. What heroes are best for duos, trios, and souls? Well, let's go through souls first, because it's easier. Well, every hero is good. I would say Monk isn't good, because if you ult, it's basically just to get your HP back, nothing more than that. For Yoshin, it's sort of the same, and for Kurumi, she can have a circle that can recover the armor, heal her regardless. It's not very good, but every other hero, it's fine for souls. Top tier, I would say, well, probably these three for now, for the current patch meta. These are top plays. I think Matara is going to be a top player again, because for now it was just a running hero, now it's like a hero that can actually do a combo with her skills. For duels, well, both of them are fine. Having a team without Matari should not be in dueling 3 in my opinion, but we're going to see how it's going to look after a new patch. I'm going to make sure to cover that as well. But either way, if you have Monk or Yoshin, you should go for Kurumi, and that's when she is going in a party. For the majority of other times, she shouldn't. She can also go with Tarka, because if he is using the fireballs, which is your third skill, it's going to poison the circle, that's the healing or the armor cover, it doesn't matter. It's going to poison them, they're going to take shit ton of damage. As for the trio, every other hero is good. For trio you can combine whatever you like, I'm not going to go through it, but the best thing you can do for the current meta is sort of Yoto and Takeda, but the ultimates are going to be get nerfed, so that's probably going to change, but either way, it's good for the new heroes, so good to have in a team, regardless, the last 3 ones. But you can like sort of combine Valda suit with a Viper stun, or Valda with the Monk grabs, or you can easily combine everything with Valda. Each ultimate works fine. Or if you have Tamok, you can combine it with Viper. They probably won't escape and you can stun them, etc. But that's sort of it. How your settings should look? Well, usually you should push for the FPS, but it depends if you're playing really competitive. Push it more. Either way, it doesn't make that big of a difference, believe me. I've tried it. As for everything else, well, the majority is off. Everything of the setting is low. Majority of people have texture on medium or on low, and effects on medium as well. I personally have them on high because it doesn't bother me, it works fine for me, and you can see some ultimates better, like you can see Matari if she is suited, like you can see her better, etc. But everything else usually should be low. For the audio, majority of this should be like almost 0, and you should only care about OSFX and character and combat. Everything else can be like almost off or 1, 2, either way. For language and all of that, it's your choice. For the game, everything's sort of by default. If something isn't by default as it looks for me, you should switch to this. Assist settings, whatever you like. As a new player, I would suggest the thing I showed you for your inventory, how much you have. Put this on, it's going to help you a lot as a beginner or advanced. Depending, if you're a 3 player, sometimes you need more materials so you can drop to your teammates, etc. Socials, sort of everything's off, on, and the only thing that's off is voice chat, public one. Don't have that one. Now if you're using spear, you have your basic horizontal attack that as you focus it you can just resist it first. Same goes for the vertical attack, but there's something called that Dragon Slayer or Dragon Rush or Spear Rush. People call it different. I personally call it Spear Rush. How you can do it? Well, there's a glow that a lot of people say, oh, when you see this you can do it. It's too hard. For beginners, just go for the sound. When you hear the first popping, you should release it before that, and this is how it looks. And you go into Dragon Slayer, that does the spinning move. And that's it. This is what you can do with Spear. That's something like a skill, I'd say. Because the other weapons don't have anything like this, so it works only for the Spear. And now last but not least, like, are you going to do the basic combo that you can sort of start doing for every hero? Or regardless, you're going to try to do an uppercut, but the combo is basically the same. You're going to do a horizontal attack, you're going to top dodge, another horizontal attack, then you're going to do crunch, then vertical attack to do the uppercut, and then you're going to do vertical attack, horizontal attack, or horizontal attack, vertical attack. It doesn't matter. Sometimes you may even have time to release the third one and hit them again. This is sort of how it looks. And that's it. And yeah, that's it. These are the 15 things you need to know as a new player for Naraka. They're pretty simple. You need 15 minutes or so to learn them. It's pretty easy. Just go for it. Have fun after that. And I'll see you later. Bye.